yourself.
Hi, my name is Saksham. I am the co-founder and CTO of Goodspace AI. We started this 3 years back as an idea to get shortlisted and relevant applications. That was the biggest problem statement that we are trying to solve. So what we have built is if you can post a job on our platform, you can get interviewed candidates in just 24 hours using the AI shortlister and the AI interviewer that we have built from scratch.
Yeah, you're one of the Indian genius, right?
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, good to see you, sir. Yeah.
So the AI interviewer supports 55 languages, which can work, and including 25 Indian languages.
Yeah.
Marathi, Bengali, everything. And it's currently in production, and we have just crossed 25,000 AI interviews.
But what's your background? One of the reasons I work with Saksham과 is because he's one of the smartest engineers I've met. When we hire new people, he can get right to the core competency of anyone he's interviewing because you've got so much experience with development.
So I'm a computer science engineer from Delhi College of Engineering, and I started my journey as an Android developer, a mobile developer basically. Built projects for Delhi Police, Arunachal Pradesh Police. We have built a drone, an autonomous surveillance drone for Delhi Police, which was in production. So this is that.
Yeah, good. Yeah, this is for you. Yeah, briefly introduce yourself, please.
So, one day I walked into this office and I was just another consultant wearing a suit and a tie.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to do some financial analysis on their company. But when I saw their AI interviewer and the technology, I quit my job and I decided to join the company.
Wow.
Which is what you shouldn't do. You should never join the client, but I really wanted to join them.
Yeah.
And it's because my background is that I was born in South Africa, which has gone into economic decline.
Yeah.
And I grew up in the UK, where all of the money shifted to London, professional services, hence why I was a consultant.
Yeah.
I worked in the UK government for the Office for National Statistics.
Yeah.
I worked in HSBC in New York, all these big MNCs.
Yeah.
And what I realized is there is nothing better than disrupting an existing big MNC with new technology. If you get a small team of people and you are all aligned on what the vision is, you can build the technology and undercut all of the established players because they're too big and old to move quickly.
All right. Yeah. So what's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
That's the least important bit.
Yeah.
Okay, my name is Liam Fallon.
Yeah. And what are you doing here?
What am I doing here?
Yeah.
I ask myself that every day.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
The reason I'm here is that I love hustle.
Yeah.
And India, there is nowhere else on earth like Delhi in terms of hustle.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Mumbai is very cool. New York used to have the hustle, right? The American dream, go to New York. If you can make it here, you can make it everywhere. I don't think that's true anymore in New York.
Yeah.
It's a very mature market. All of the big players are established. It's very high table stakes, pay to play. But if you come to Delhi, everybody here wants to make something happen, and they'll do it in the fastest way possible. There's even a word for it, which I think everyone should learn, and that is jugaad. Okay? Jugaad has lots of meanings. I still don't understand it fully, but it is the minimum viable solution. How do we go from nothing to something that's working in the most minimally viable way possible?
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. I love that approach, jugaad.
Okay, thank you.
We all know about Indian engineering talent, how qualified they are, and with the introduction to open source LLM models, now it's far easy to build AI products because the models are being open source. And India has the right engineering talent to do that.
India has the engineering talent.
Right
Yeah.
engineering talent.
America has MIT, India has IIT.
Yeah.
And the population is so big that there are so many of top engineering talent people right here. But why should Korean investors invest into India generally?
because of the technology, because of the engineers, and they should focus on the people who have already developed some products.
Yeah.
Already developed some products so that it can scale. Because similar to our product, AI interview can scale globally.
Yeah.
Right? It is not limited to India. It can work in any part of the country.
Good. Please.
Okay. I invest into different markets,
Yeah.
but the biggest investment I've made is with my feet.
Yeah.
And I've left the UK
Yeah.
and I've been in India for 2 years now. And it is not easy, but I have no regrets because in 5 years, the majority of the workforce will be Gen Z, will be very, very young. And I think that because they bring a fresh attitude towards things, they're ready to disrupt things, they're ready to try new products, and that is what will create a lot of growth in the market. So people should invest in India not based on the current companies, but based on Gen Z and what their buying habits are. Okay, I think that's a big deal. Secondly, India's just moved into the third or fourth position as size of the
Yeah.
economy.
Yeah. GDP.
GDP, just overtaken the UK, right?
Yeah.
Right. So they are doing that. 60% of the economy is out in, they call it DESI, rural countryside.
Yeah.
They have very limited access to internet, but they do have smartphones. So when they move into the economy and become consumers, that will be a huge amount of economic growth. So there's huge upside from the population base. Basically, what we think of as India now, in terms of the companies, is only something like 20% of the actual population, 80-20, yeah. And then the last thing I would say is, there is a partner, one of the founding members from Z47 Ventures. He's called Raja Agarwal, and he said that 90% of chip design is outsourced to India.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a lot of talent here that is learning, a little bit like how China did, a little bit like how South Korea did 50 years ago, 60 years ago. Talent learning how to build chips. So that knowledge gets transferred to the country, and those industries can then start to innovate based off of that.
Yeah.
There are some companies you can see where that's happening. On the big side, I would say Mahindra electric cars
Yeah.
are really impressive.
Yeah.
Really impressive. And if I was thinking about investing in India, I would look at the fact that there is 90% of chip design here. The majority of the workforce will be Gen Z. Most of the people in India are not yet economic participants. They're not yet fully banked, fully educated. They will be. It's all moving into that. And that makes me extremely bullish. There are challenges. It is highly risky, but everything is moving in the right direction.
Okay, good. So you guys mean the future of India digital industry is bright, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's very bright.
Very bright.
And the Korean ambassadors should focus on the foundation layer of AI in India. Once the foundations are built, and after that the next move is chip. As Liam mentioned, that chip manufacturing will be in India. Once the foundation model is
Yes. Yes.
1, 2, 3. Good.
Cheers, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Nice one, man.